In this segment, Stephanie Miller and John Fugelsang. Together, they discuss all things Trump and the law. Here's Stephanie.
I'm already excited to really enjoy Lauren Boebert's final year in Congress, but the fact that we have a tour on top of it is going to be a blast.
Okay. You know what? And we're liberal helpers. The next time Marjorie Taylor brings a picture of Hunter Biden's D onto the House floor, she does need to turn to Lauren Boebert and say, could you give me a hand with this?
Right.
Because
exactly right. And Lauren Boebert will do that because she's willing to reach across the aisle and give out lots of jobs.
Thank you.
All kinds of jobs.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Speaking
We
jobs,
collided getting to that hand job joke. And that's
by the way, in a rare public statement, syphilis has denied any connection to Donald Trump. He's gone from legions of fans to lesions on hands, people. Finally, a leper Jesus wouldn't heal. He's just like, I'm not touching that. Folks, can you believe Joe Biden did this to my hand? If Joe Biden can place hideous open sores on my hands, he can do it to all of us. Okay? Okay?
You tweeted the only thing Trump has in common with Jesus is they both spend lots of time with hookers and they both have ghostwriters. Yes. And by the way, things we say is that we've been making syphilis jokes for how long? But most doctors are saying this appears to be syphilis sores. You tweeted, Donald Trump's great contribution to history will be a national civic dialogue on narcissistic personality disorder and the effects of decades of untreated syphilis.
There it is. Yeah, although I got to tell you, actually, I don't know if you've seen the news. AP just came out with this. They found out that thing on his hand is actually all that's left of Ron DeSantis. They were able to diagnose that.
You tweeted, I can't wait for Trump to not pay Alina Habba.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We were just saying, she's just the worst lawyer ever.
Mm-hmm.
She's the worst lawyer ever, but she looks great doing it. Right? And I got to tell you, this case is scary. Because if the presidency is not totally immune from prosecution, this means a lot of really talented criminals are just not going to want to run for office, Stephanie.
Right.
They're keeping criminals from politics. Mike Johnson, okay? We checked?
We're checking.
Yeah, we're checking.
They're going to cut off Trump's little Johnson over this.
Yeah, they are.
I know. I mean, by the way, we had to wait for my personal comedy Jesus to. He basically got trapped by his whole. Didn't God make Joe Biden president? If you believe God raises people into authority, right?
Oh yeah, Steve Bannon didn't like that, did he? Ooh.
No. Yeah.
Steve Bannon's a deeply Christian man, Stephanie. Did you know this?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
His Christianity, Steve Bannon, it consists of eating 40 pounds of raw cabbage, drinking 3 bottles of Jägermeister before violently defecating all over a Bible, and then blaming immigrants for the mess as he passes out weeping in a puddle of his own sick. That's Steve Bannon. That's his values.
Lord, obviously nobody speaks about religion and all that more than you, but it really. I guess this was all the Lincoln Project did the ad based on this original ad. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're just saying it now. God brought us Trump. I'm confused now. Is God Trump? Because some of these maggots believe that, or some people just think God. God is not Trump. They just at certain times of the book, God has mood swings like Trump. That's all that means. No, look, here's what I do, folks, all the time, and I tell this to everybody. Ask your Trump supporting loved ones who pretend to be Christian, because again, I'm telling you this, they haven't read the Bible. And every time one of these charming patriots calls my show, I always ask the same question. Tell me one Jesus teaching, just one, that Donald Trump has fought for. Or tell me one Jesus teaching the Republican Party has fought for in the last 30 years. I always ask this question. Yeah.
This is how you find out these people have never read that prop Bible they wave around.
Yeah.
Number one answer I always get is abortion. Bible's not against abortion. Judaism's not against abortion. Jesus never mentions it. God makes sure to declare that a fetus is property in Exodus.
Yeah.
Jesus is against the death penalty. They're against Jesus. Number 2, Stephanie, Trump supporters tell me, strong border. The only law in the Bible, Old Testament or New Testament, about immigrants or borders is the commandment to welcome the stranger.
Yeah.
That's it. They're against the Bible. And number 3, they tell me, President Trump moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. And that's when I have to explain, Stephanie, that neither America nor its embassy are mentioned in the Bible even once. And this is on the media, because the media allows these mean, bully, cruel frauds to just talk tabernacles and pretend they're Christian, and that gives them this camouflage of piety.
Yeah.
And I am in the camouflage removal business. These people are spiritual frauds, and I'm not going to let them hide behind religion anymore.
Well,
Call
if
them
only
out,
someone
folks.
would
They
write a
haven't
book
read the Bible. They'll show you.
If only someone would write a book with maybe the greatest title ever. Is it actually called Separation of Church and Hate? Is that what I hear?
That's my title, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm buying it already, just on the title.
Coming soon, kids, hopefully.
Well, I
we'll
mean,
see. I'm chained to a desk for the next 6 months.
Yeah, but John, it's like we keep saying, it's not just Trump, it's Trumpism, it's not just DeSantis,
Yeah.
it's this DeSantis. I was looking at this, Florida House Committee passes ban on gay pride and BLM flags in classrooms. It
Yeah.
really is legislating hate. I mean, as
Yes.
property and car insurance in Florida continue to spiral out of control to crush people around the state with no end in sight, and affordable housing remains difficult to find as Florida leads the nation in inflation, Republicans in the legislature are laser focused on banning pride and BLM flags. The bill clearly targeted at these flags that have become popular for many
Always
teachers to
minorities.
display in their
Always
classroom,
minorities.
along with other flags.
Always trying to find a respectable reason, to put down other minorities. Again, these are the people who are never upset about racism. They get furious about attempts to fight racism.
Right.
They don't care about discrimination. They get angry about DEI. They're not angry about Derek Chauvin's knee. They're mad about Colin Kaepernick's knee. They're not bad that black people need more protection. They're angry that black people would ask for more protection. So,
Of course, polling is already showing Democrats coalescing behind Biden, as I always thought they would. And this one I thought was interesting, reacting to new polling showing Trump losing older voters to Biden by a stunning margin. A recent panel suggested Trump is scaring away a key voting bloc he needs, among others. Biden leads 60% to 39% among voters over 65. Trump's attacks on Biden's age may be a major factor, along with the chaos that always accompanies Trump is scaring off older voters. One thing we know about older voters, said a panel member, they vote. We saw an age breakdown, 65 and older, way more concerned about it than the younger generations. I mean, it's... again, we keep seeing a new scare like, black people aren't going to vote for Biden, young people aren't going to vote for Biden, and it just...
yeah, wow. It's almost like the media is desperate for ratings and needs a horse race, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost like the media... Listen, all of these doom and gloom polls, again, I'll say it again, these are polls of people who answer their landline phones and pick up their cell phones when they don't know who's calling. So I don't consider modern polling to be completely reliable, but also consider all of these polls say, if Trump has a felony conviction by Election Day,
Yes.
all bets are off.
Yep.
A huge number of conservatives will not vote for him if convicted. I know they said they wouldn't vote for him if indicted, but we can't forget the election of 2020 was so crazy because, yes, Joe Biden won, but he lost seats in the House, and we didn't know who had the Senate for a month, remember?
Yeah.
The Senate was in doubt for weeks and weeks after Election Day, which shows us, A, it couldn't have been rigged, but B, there's a lot of conservative people in this country who voted for Biden for president and then voted R down ballot. That's what happened in Georgia. That happened all over the country, and it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
We get frustrated at how conservative Biden can be sometimes, although I'm shocked at how progressive he's been in his legislation. But that moderation that makes liberals like us so upset is usually what helps get Democrats elected, and that's
It
why
doesn't make
progress-
me and Hal Sparks upset if when you say stuff like that, we just go la 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 la.
But what did I say?
But that's
you don't
why
like?
we're a diverse, sexy liberal crew.
But that's the Democratic Party. You don't need a Republican Party.
No, I
You
think
have-
he's been an incredibly progressive president.
He's been incredibly progressive,
so-
but I didn't expect him to be progressive growing.
Yeah, I
growing
hear you.
up.
I
In
hear
the
you.
campaign, I didn't.